Hello Gizmos and welcome back to another episode on the Drayton Town career mode. So we're in January, we're into the new year. Just obviously had our halfway season review. Go check that out because it's really good in depth of the players and how we're doing as a team and what we need to improve on going forward. So no better way to improve on that than a away cup game, the Sheffield Wednesday, who are probably the favourites for this trophy. On the flip side, if we beat them in round three, we then go to I think it's the quarters and the semis, so we're not too far away from Wembley. So it's a real big chance for us to really win and potentially go far in this competition. But first, we have to do it against one of the favourites at their ground, where they only lost once in real life in the league. So big opportunity for us to do really well in this competition. If we win, I feel like we can go quite far. We would only have to worry really about Pompey and Barnsley and Bolton, I think, are the other teams that we would need to worry about. But we shall see how that goes. So Sheffield Wednesday get us underway, and sort of the first interaction of the game came through to us. Danny here, really good run by Ocean, who managed to stay onside. He did well to cut back inside. Could have used Danny, but used him as a decoy. Carried him running. Tried to curl it in the far corner. Decent save from the goalkeeper to keep it at 0-0. And then Keane went over to take a corner. And it was sort of a really high corner from Keane. Flicked in at the near post. Nearly went to Jaden. Couldn't get there. But then Sheffield Wednesday managed to get it clear. And then something really interesting happened as the ball came over the top for Tyler. Good touch here from him into Ocean, who just beats the defender one-on-one with the defender or the goalkeeper again. Has a shot and it's over the bar, and that's two chances wasted that we've had early on. Should be really punishing them more. And then we had another chance. Keane running forward, went to hit it. What a block that is. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know if it was going in from Keane. The keeper might have saved it, but nonetheless, it was an absolutely fantastic effort and a good block from the defender. But from the resulting corner, Keane gets there, and finally Jaden gets up to header it into the corner. Jaden has been promising a few goals there, and sort of wanting to score more with his header and aerial threats, so we're good. And there's another assist from Keane. Great ball over the top, round and into the back of the net from Jaden. So we lead in a deservedly lead. I guess that we played really well, and it could have been more before that, and it should have been more after we scored. Dave with a great cross. Ocean did way to put away from the defender. What a save from the arm from the goalkeeper that is. That is one of the best saves that you will see in a long time. And then Danny took the corner. It was towards Jaden again. Couldn't get his arm on it. Jack's come in with a header, but it fell to the goalkeeper. And then that was half time. And then not really much happened. Sheffield Wednesday must have had talking to at half time, because they turned it on a little bit. But an incident here that the referee didn't really ignore, and I don't know if he played advantage not to ignore Jaden for the foul, because I don't think it was a foul. But on a replay, make your mind up. Did Jaden stamp on him here? Look, he goes to stamp on him. That's why he's down injured. So make your mind up. Did Jaden on purposely stand on him and cause him injury to go off? With that, we got really unlucky here. Really bad defensively. Give the ball away. Poor sloppy passes. And it just fell to, I think it was Michael Smith, who scored to make it 1-1 with 20 minutes to go. And now we have a penalty kick shootout, where I will now go over to a live commentary of the penalty, and you'll hear some echo in the background, but that's just my TV and where it records through the controller, unfortunately, off the screen. So this is our penalty takers. So I'll go through and do a full recording of the penalty shootout, and then I'll be back to record afterwards.
And so a penalty shootout about to commence, and as a player, in it goes!
1-0. Mikey Everett. Great pen.
Good as always, in front of goal. Can he keep his cool? And he's beaten the keeper. And the penalty confronted here. Can he get the better of the keeper? Shot at goal in front of goal. Well, he's stuttered a bit, but the goal has been given. Mental preparation is such a big part of this.
No, fuck off.
They convert it.
Oh. Big head, Tyler, almost misses.
Job from the spot. Well, the responsibility is on his shoulders. Failure to score, and they lose.
Yes!
Got in. And he steps up to take his penalty. He has to score, and he does. And he scores.
Just. Fucking just.
Doing his best to remain focused.
Yes! No!
It all falls on his shoulders. If he scores, they win.
It lies on Chris Cooper. Just going to smash it down the middle.
And off the top.
Oh, he's missed!
And he finds the net. He could hardly miss. His turn to try to convert from the spot.
Chris missed! Oh, Morgan, great pen.
Perfectly executed.
Aidan Flint now does not go stamina. Yes!
Political as always. In front of
8-8.
Can he convert?
Oh! Jaden, who scored in the game.
And he's
Oh! Keeper versus keeper.
He's got
It's down to the keepers.
And it's over.
It's Jan. Jan sends us through! No way! 22 penalties.
So after that enthralling cup victory in the Papadon Trophy on penalty, 22 penalties, everyone took it from both sides, and unfortunately it came down to the keepers, where Jan saved from their keeper and Jan then scored himself. And of course Jan saved another penalty in that. Chris missed where he hit the bar, really gutted, but what a penalty shootout, really exciting stuff in the cup. So we do go through. What a big result that is. Next is Stoke City in the cup, another big game, a mid-table championship side who of course have been in the Premier League. Nothing happened in the first half. I defended like crazy to keep him off, but I guess really Morgan here, little slip, should have allowed him in. He did really well, Morgan, actually, to recover, but Alfie and then Morgan dispossessed, and then Powell just runs through, who dinks it back to Brown, who tucks it into an empty net. Rob couldn't get to the line quick enough, I guess. So really unfortunate there from Rob to not be able to get across to the line. So we was unlucky. Stoke could have actually gone 2-0 up, but Jan made a really good save and smothered the ball with 20 minutes to go. And then our first shot, I think it's our first shot on target now, I'm not too sure. Or did Stoke have another chance? No, I think Stoke had another chance now. You can see the passing accuracy was good from us. We was passing it quite a lot. Jan made another good save. Jan actually played quite well, just unfortunate with an error from Morgan that has potentially cost us here. But B did really well. We got lucky, 50-50, hit their player back to B, then into Ocean, one-on-one, and then Ocean hit it really well. But it's a great save from the keeper, as you expect from Championship keeper, of course. But we just need to be better in finishing, especially Ocean on a one-on-one situation. Jax did really well out to Ocean, tried to dink it into Jax, great touch, and another good save from the goalkeeper to push it up and over with 5 minutes to go. And then another corner, whip it in, make havoc. We've got the big centre backs up as well, but it was towards Mikey, whose header then went to B. I tried to flick it back out to me. I was going to have a shot, but it hit my thigh, so I put it in towards the box for Jax, and I was just about to hit it from Neil and curved it into the corner. It was actually a really good tackle from the Stoke back line. And Stoke, I guess in real life, you come to a ground like this, you score one, you might sit back yourself and invite a bit of pressure on. They did that. They defended really well. 3 opportunities that happened, including Ocean's shot on target. Poor from both sides, a mistake that cost the game. In terms of, that Pompey went through and so did Spurs, so we don't actually get to play Pompey, which I wouldn't mind, but I think we can still potentially play him in the Papa John's Trophy. So really unlucky, really poor game, but it's fine. We move on. We're back to the league focus now. After 2 early games in the cup, we now go through to the league where we play Tranmere. Good football from us. Novio hits it over the bar. These finishes, I know they're not overly great finishes in terms of players, but we need to finish it. And here Mikey went with his left foot, not his right. I don't know why he went with his left foot. His left foot hit it wide, and it was a mistake. We put a lot of high pressure on. Tommy did really well to win it. Mikey just stayed inside, takes it on the chest, and then drills it into the top corner. Really good finish from Mikey. I guess our pressure told that we deserved to sort of score from us. And then I was worried about giving this game away. Joe hit a long range shot. It was really good save from the goalkeeper. We've drawn a lot of games 1-1 recently, especially at home. But yeah, just didn't want to give that. Tranmere wanted a foul, but wasn't given. The defender backed away from Joe. I think he was trying to mark Danny, but Joe ran through to score and make it 2-0 and seal the game. The Tranmere couldn't get back in, couldn't score. And yeah, there was just a really good game, just really dominating game from us in terms of actually playing really, really, really decent football that we played here today and finally winning against the side that's up the top as well. We've not actually done that in quite a long time, beating the team up there as well. And of course, we haven't won since Stevenage away as well in the early parts of December as well. So inconsistency form is really playing down to us being sort of in that playoff race. At the moment, Paul loving life and also Mikey top goal scorer in demand. Paul and Mikey speaking out saying they want more from the club, but yet they're enjoying their football. Next is Doncaster away that you can see 3 points the difference between us and Doncaster. They're 3 points below us, but like 1 place. That's all there is, how tight it is and how quickly it can change. Mikey with a free kick, almost scored, not enough power on the shot. And then here, Tommy did really well out towards Joe. Beats the defender, whips in actually a really good cross. It falls to nil as he was just about to shoot again. Same as Stoke, it's good defending to not make it go in. And then it was half time. And then pretty early, 10 minutes into the second half, that is a good reverse, but he stays on side and Sov makes a really good save to keep it at 0-0. And then we should have punished him. When I talk about our finishing from our strikers have been good. But here, these are the chances. He's messing around at the back. I don't know what he's doing, but Mikey hits it close to the goalkeeper, makes a save, and then Mikey, probably about 6 minutes later, not punishing the defenders, and then just runs through. It could have been a penalty, I'm not too sure. The ref played advantage, but it was such a really, really bad effort save from Sov. Our keepers are costing us, which is very frustrating. Ocean had a shot, really good defending again. We're coming up against teams that are playing so well at the back, and it gets really frustrating to try and play against. Danny here almost equalises, but hits the roof of the net. Not enough dip, probably too much power actually on the header as well. And then here, into added time, B to be a hero. Mikey was off the field, and B, can he be a hero? Can I score a free kick? I've not scored one in a while. Send the away fans back with a point, and it just falls to keeper's arms. B's not that great on free kicks due to the stats of it. But yeah, it's another defeat away from home, and it's not really great. We're not doing good away from home. Harrogate, actually, who are at this time of recording bottom of the league, rock bottom, almost took the lead, but Dan Everett had to get back onto the line to keep it out. Otherwise, it was going to be a really good goal from them. But here, Neil tries to get in ahead of Mikey. Mikey actually wins the header back. Neil takes a touch away from the defender. And finally, we lead a game away from home. And it was a fantastic strike from Neil away from the defender. Takes that extra touch, which he needed to do. Otherwise, he wasn't scoring. But yeah, of course, big important thing is that we lead 1-0. And then here, Mikey should have, I don't know, not less power, I guess, but it was a weak effort from Mikey in terms of the shot, and then it fell to Tommy, and then it was straight at the goalkeeper. And then 20 minutes to go, B does well to flick it up over to Ocean. Did really well. Great save from the goalkeeper to keep it 1-0 as well. Obviously, we're trying to keep these games where they're close. I think it was Danny Good header, really good save from the goalkeeper. But yeah, we're just not getting that bit of luck really in terms of this. Should have made it too. Unfortunately for the player who's just about to miss this chance, Alfie had a shot into Ocean, takes a touch and he dinks it over the bar. Unfortunately for Ocean, that will go down as a miss of the season for sure. Should have just slotted into the corner, but he hit it over the bar. B tried a power shot that was almost in, but it looked like it was more wide than the camera angle did on first angle there of the shot. But finally, another chance here into added time, try and kill the game off. Danny had a shot. It was a really good save actually from the goalkeeper. They managed to get it clear, and the referee blows his whistle, and we win 1-0. So that's our first away win in about 6 weeks, which is finally good. First win since Stevenage away, and also it's the first clean sheet for Sov since Salford away, which was all the way back in September. Or September, October is the last time that we kept an away clean sheet. So finally, Sov keeps an away clean sheet. So happy for him, and hopefully we can build on that. Salford at home, who have won a couple of games in all fairness, since the last time we played them, who were bottom, of course, Harrogate are now bottom. Mistake from them, but we couldn't punish it. We have a corner from Joey now, who whips it in towards Dan Everett. Great header. Tower, powerful header into the corner. Felt like the defender on the line could have done something about it, but he didn't. But more importantly, we lead 1-0, nice and early as well, against the team that are rock bottom, or rock bottom-ish, towards the bottom three, shall I say, in terms of that. They had a chance there, could have scored, went really wide in the end. So not really a great chance for them to potentially score. We should have scored here. Chris gets up with a header. If it was to Novio, I was going to try and dink it back in first time, but I then dink it in now, in towards Mikey. Great header, fantastic save, bit more power, it could have been in, but really good save from the goalkeeper, and actually a really good assist it would have been from Novio as well. And then Neil took a corner in towards Mikey again, great save, and then off the line, this time the other defender doing his job, clearing it off the line, keeper palming it onto him. That would have been a tough one to go. So we go in at the break, 1-0 up. Of course, Salford only had one shot in that first half. The second shot that they ever had, I thought he was offside. I thought Morato or Bolson, whoever it was offside, but apparently Novio on the replay was keeping it on, and I mean just, but it was inches from that. And then Salford turned on the start. They were really good. Here, Bolton causing us have it into Hendry. Got probably a bit too close. Ian did really well to make the save. And then in the 88th minute, Salford almost scored with a counter-attack from them, but then we went on to a counter-attack ourselves. Neil into Jax into Alfie, and then a great ball into Danny. He's got Ocean, Alfie and B all up with him, but Danny went alone, and finally Danny scores his first goal in the league, as he scored loads and loads of goals in the Papa John's Trophy and cups and stuff like that. But his first goal in the league is a winner in the 90th minute against Salford to give us all 3 points, which proved to be vital because we move above Mansfield. In terms of that, who are our next game in February? What a couple of episodes that we've got coming up, guys. Please stay tuned to them. I've just completed February, and trust me, you do not want to miss it. So in terms of recording at the end of January, going into February, there is a lot of teams sort of 113. Doncaster, of course, are down there, but it's 5 points the gap between like 8th and 2nd. A couple of wins, everything changes, even down to probably like their 42 points on Gillingham in 10th. Trust me, a lot of things have changed since then, and a lot of things will continue to change. I'm injured for a week, nothing biggie. I was actually taken off against Salford for a little injury, so it's actually fine. A week, I won't miss any games, luckily. Again, last episode it was 17-7. This time it's 18-8. So Mikey only scored 1 and Neil only scored 1. Joey actually got a couple of goals as well, as did B. He's finally up there with 5. Tommy and all that, still on forward, a couple of chances. Ocean should be near enough 5. Ocean's bonus is actually 5, and he should have done that way long ago. Key in there, a couple of assists and goals, playing really well. And of course, Paul finally on the score sheet, and so is Jaden as well. So clean sheets, Ian still wins by 5, then Sof with 3, and then Jan with 1. But that is going to wrap up the episode, guys. I really appreciate you sticking by and supporting the channel. Please subscribe, keep an eye out for the future videos because they are getting really good, and I shall see you for February's episode.